going on, guys? This is week 6-0 of real estate Q&A sessions each and every Thursday, giving you guys nothing but complete value and answering anything and everything real estate related for 60 weeks. 60 weeks. You'll see that? 60 weeks, baby. I would like to applaud myself. For 60 weeks, that is something I did not envision. And the fact that it's happening, I am thoroughly surprised. And I am actually very proud of myself. So thank you guys for sticking in and rocking with me and supporting all 60 weeks. I know some of you guys have not been there for every single week, but there are some individuals who have been damn near there for all 60 weeks. So I appreciate you guys. I even appreciate the one-timers. You pop in, you pop out. That's always going to be, that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing 60 weeks, I don't expect you guys to show up all 60 weeks. But if you popped in here at least one time, I'm very much appreciative of you and your time, because you can be looking at everything else but me, during your 12 to 1 o'clock hour, wherever you are, whether you're working for yourself or whether you got a 9 to 5, you don't have to be here. So if you are here, I appreciate you. Thank you for, again, 60 weeks of doing this. Some folks are usually at work. They still catch it after I post it on the show. On my feed, and then some folks can make it on time. So, hey, to each his own. But regardless, the love is still there, and I appreciate you guys for supporting me for 60 weeks straight. I am not at my house. I know you guys see exposed brick at my house, but I'm actually not at my house. I am at a property. I think if you paid attention on my feed, closed on a house last week, Thursday. This is that house. We've already started doing demo, and as you can see, we got some exposed brick going on in here. This is not a flip. That's the crazy part about it. It is not a flip. Now, depending on if I can get this house looking like tip-top shape with the budget I have, it might just turn into a flip. But I actually like the house, and this is supposed to be a rental. So, in this kind of area where I'm at, chances are you're not seeing exposed brick in a rental property. So we're gonna do this thing up. That is what we do, typically utilizing the bird strategy. But anyway, outside of that, yes, I am in a rehab right now. I think the guys think they're on break. But anyway, I just so happen to be here, so I was like, screw it, I'll just do the show from here. So anyway, outside of that, guys, you already know what it is. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 60. You can ask me anything, everything real estate related. I will do my best to answer your question. Remember, I am not a guru. I just know more than the average Joe. That's it. You can take my advice how you want. You can take it, leave it, do what you want with it. Don't care. It's up to you, right? But anyway, you can ask me anything you'd like. I've pretty much done almost everything when it comes to just this realm of things, or experience a host of different things within the real estate space in a very short amount of time. But yeah, so you guys already know that. Housekeeping rules, as always, screenshot me, post it to your story. Let folks know we're doing each and every week. That's how we get more people in, more value. When somebody else that didn't know about this show comes in here and asks a question that you didn't think to ask, it gets answered. Well, there you go. You have more value. So that's how we do things around here. And also, I'm giving you my time each and every week for an hour, sometimes 2. And I'm not asking y'all to pay for nothing. I'm not asking y'all to subscribe to anything. I'm not asking y'all to do anything. Just show up. And if you show up, the only thing I ask is you share the show. So anyway, outside of that, Aaliyah Bell, what's going on? Appreciate you popping in here. Okay, damn, you already got a question. Quick question: how was your first bird experience? Advice for first date? Horrible. First bird experience was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. I ain't gonna say it was horrible. The first bird experience was not horrible. And I actually appreciate that question, because Burr is a lot of, it looks like a lot of fun. If you go on YouTube and look it up, it's a lot of fun. What's going on, Jazz_Minds? I've seen you in here a couple times now. So again, appreciate you for popping on the show. 60 weeks. Thank you guys. Thank you for showing up. If this is your first time, even if this is your 10th time, 60th time, don't care. Appreciate you. Thank you. I know we just started, so we'll probably get some more folks that pop in here. If you do have a question that's real estate related, I don't care if you're buying your first house, 10th house, whatever the case may be, you can ask me right here in the comment section below, and or where the question mark is. I see a bunch of hand waves. Hey, y'all. So yeah, back to Aaliyah's question. So how was my first Burr experience and Burr advice for first time Burr strategy folks? So my first Burr, and if you don't know what Burr is, Burr stands for buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. So it's like 4 R's and a B. So B, R, 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 R. R, 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 R. So yeah, four R's. Anyway, so buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. Anyway, so the first time I did Burr, I sourced the deal on my own. So I spent money, I marketed. I was reaching out to folks that were looking to sell their home. Got in contact with the seller directly and negotiated a price, and that's how I got my deal. So I didn't go through a traditional agent. I didn't buy a property that was on the market. I bought a property that was off the market. Well, in doing so, that enabled me to negotiate directly with the seller, and I can negotiate my terms. But on the backside, I didn't have an agent with me to provide. Well, I had comps. I found a way to get comps, but I didn't have an agent advising me, so I had to do negotiations by myself. So when I ran my numbers, I should have got the property under contract at 70. That's what in my mind, I was like, all right, 70K is what I need to go in with. That's as high as I can go, given the comps, the comparables in the area, what's going on, value on the, all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing all this front end evaluating. Keep this in mind. I said front end evaluating. So I went to the seller. We negotiated. Went to his dinner table. He said 80. I'm not letting it go for no less than 80. It was my first deal on my own. I already had a deal before that, but I had just left my previous job working for another investor, and it's my first time striking it out on my own, making whatever. Emotionally, I said, screw it, let's do it. He said 80, I needed to be at 70. I said 8, he said 80. Whatever, let's go do it, right? So I signed a contract up for $80,000. I think I was supposed to put I did this deal all wrong. I was supposed to put in like $12K. So $12K was supposed to go into the deal, and I was gonna put central AC in there, but I decided against it, which drastically reduced my budget, which I was fine with, right? So I was looking at the deal, buying it for 80, being all in at 92. Now again, to me, that's fine. I'm renting it out for $1,400. That's a decent deal. I think that's 92 or 1,400. I think that might be around maybe 13%, 13.5%. Anyway, so to me, great deal. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the value out of it via rent rates. I can justify spending 92 all in. Great, cool, right? So I go in there, I do the makeup renovations, the lipstick renovation. Don't even put a central AC in there, but whatever. And damn, he really. Yeah, we on the job site, guys. What's going on, Brent? So yeah, I'm explaining my first Burr strategy experience because Aaliyah asked. She asked about my first time with Burr. Great lesson. So I finished the renovation. I put a tenant in there. Trash tenants, by the way. Oh my gosh, trash, horrible. Anyway, so I go to refinance, and you guys know when you go to refinance, they basically fill out information. You want to pull cash out, right? And in order to refinance, you fill out a bunch of paperwork, mortgage paperwork. You're going from a short-term loan to a long-term loan. You go into, in order to get the value out of the property, the mortgage company sends out an appraiser. They appraise the value of the house. And the lending, the mortgage company lends up to a specific percent. So normally it's like 70 to 75%. So if your house is worth, if they say your house is worth $100,000, they're going to lend up to 75% of that. So they're only going to lend you $75,000 back, right? Now, anything less than that, as far as what you owe, actually all in on the property. So let's say you're all in on the property $60,000. Let's say it appraises for $100,000. Let's say the company, the mortgage company is only going to lend you 75% of the value. So 75% of $100,000 is $75,000. You owe 60. They appraised it for 100. They're giving you up to 75%. So the difference between $75,000 and $60,000 is $15,000. You can pull out up to $15,000. You just made money on your buy. So you bought it for whatever. You were all in 60. You just made money on your buy when you pulled that. If you decide to pull that 15K out, you pull 10, 5, whatever your case. Anyway, the point is you just made money on the buy. That is a bird strategy. That's how it works, right? So, but you need the house to appraise for a specific number so you can pull money out. Now, remember, I'm all in 92. Appraiser comes in and appraises me for, oh my God. I'm having a headache thinking about it. Yeah, the appraiser came in and appraised the house at like, I think it was $95,000. I'm laughing about. I can laugh at it now. You know what I'm saying? I can laugh at it now. He appraised me for $95,000. Now I needed this joker to appraise me for like 130. You know what I'm saying? I needed Brick, and I got you. I I needed this joker to appraise me at like 130 or something like that. He gave me an appraisal of $95,000. So I was like, oh snap. He was like, well, your house doesn't have this. And the houses that are in the 130 range, they have central AC, they have this, they got the recessed lights and all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at the $12K that I put into the house. You know, I just painted the joint, you know, put some carpet in there, you know, did a little fixing here and there. Ultimately, I spent $12K, but it wasn't on what I was supposed to be spending it on. And then the central AC that I told myself that I should have put in before I decided on my final renovation budget, I should have put it in. So I needed to be at 135. He appraises me for 95. That is a $20K difference. So in order for me to close on that refinance loan, I would have to come out of pocket $20,000. $30,000. No. 105, 15. Yeah, $30,000. I would have had to come out of pocket $30,000 in order to close on that loan. I don't do math on air. But anyway, so that's a lot. So I said, you know what? No, because I don't have that. If I'm going to spend $30,000 in order to close this loan, I might as well put central AC in here to get closer to the comps and then reappraise the house. So that's what I did. I spent an additional $10,000 and put central AC in there. You know, and as this is going on, I'm losing time on the loan. I'm getting killed by holding costs, and I'm still having to spend $10,000 more. So anyway, I put the central AC in there. Got it reappraised. I need to be at 125. He reappraised the house for 118. Like, you asshole. You asshole. So anyway, in order to close out that loan, Remember, when you do BRRRR, whenever you guys go BRRRR and they tell you about, oh, you can make money on the buy and pull money out and get these checks. That's positive. You're refinancing and you're getting money back. You know what I'm saying? Well, this case, I wasn't getting money back. I owed. So in order to, think about it, I'm in a short-term loan. In order for me to get out of that short-term loan before the loan term ends, I have to refinance. Well, in order for me to refinance, I have to come to the table with money. That is not how BRRRR strategy works. That is not the way it's supposed to work. So the lesson here is evaluate your when you're doing BRRRR, evaluate your deals on the front end. Do they work, right? Is it a good buy, right? Is it comparable to similar properties as far as condition XYZ price wise? And then also, will the numbers after you renovate it support the rent rate, right, in the area? Am I going to make enough cash on cash return profit, right, renting it out? But the other thing you need to be considering, can I even refinance out of it, right? And you figure that out by, what I mean by that is, if I'm going to buy this property, put X amount of dollars into it, am I going to create enough equity in the property on the back end, the ARV, to where I can actually refinance out at 75%? So if I'm at 100, if I'm anticipating getting 100, the property being worth $100,000 after I'm done, then I need my all-in cost to be less than $75,000. So if your all-in cost is $80,000 and the property appraises for $100,000, guess what? 75% of $100,000 is 75%. So you're underwater $5,000. You get what I'm saying? So you have to evaluate the deal not only on the front end, but on the back end. Is the money that I'm going to put into this property going to allow me to get a high enough value at when I'm done to where I can refinance and pull money out instead of give money away? So that was an $8,000 lesson that I'm here to tell you about and keep it funky with y'all about, that I expect you to do differently. Don't do like I did. That was my very first BRRRR. Now my second BRRRR, I got a nice little hefty check, you know, cause you learn. You listen. Best way to learn in this business is to lose money. I'm not even joking with y'all. No, the best way to learn in this business is to learn from others. Learn from mistakes of others. The second best way to learn in this business is to lose money. So learn from me, right? That was an $8,000 mistake. And by the way, I put that central AC in and still didn't get the value. You know what I'm saying? So a couple things I did wrong. I read the comps wrong. I don't know what the hell I was doing, right? I know what I did. I messed up when I accepted the value of $80K. And I had it in my mind that I should have bought it for $70, right? So here's another lesson in this. Do not buy emotionally, right? That'll get you fucked up. That's me. I screwed up, right? I bought emotionally and I knew where I should have been and I should have had a hard line. This is as far as I can go. And instead of doing that, I said, okay, yeah, let's go with 80. Well, I've always said this. If you buy right, the rest of the train runs smoothly. You know, a train on the tracks, it just runs smoothly. Cool, right? When you buy wrong, it's like a train veering off the tracks. Well, guess what happens to every cart after the first cart? It veers off the tracks too. So if you buy wrong, everything else is gonna, fall down with it. So, yeah, Aaliyah, I hope that answered your question. If it did, give me a thumbs up. I don't even know if you're still listening, but that is a real, and I don't know if they even emphasize that on your BRRRR strategy videos on YouTube and stuff. Make sure you can refinance out of the property. Like, I'm not even joking with you. A property can look great on the front end, but if you can't pull that money out and or refinance it, you don't have to pull money out. You can leave money in the deal. But that's not the point of BRRRR. The point is to generate money. If you can't evaluate the deal on the front end, is it comparable to buy in its condition to other properties at that price range? Cash on cash return. Am I going to make enough money on this cash on cash percentage return in order for this to make sense? I shoot for 12%. And can I refinance out of it on the back end? Make sure you evaluate all three, right? Also, if you're going to be looking at any mortgage lenders, figure out what are their criteria as far as their loan to value, LTV. Yeah, what is their LTV? Some companies are 70%. Some are 80%. Well, I don't know if there's any at 80%. Before COVID, there was banks at 80% LTV. But after COVID, it kind of got like 70%, and you start to see people at 75% now. But figure that out, because if you're at 60%, and if your bank's only offering 60% LTV, that's even worse for you. You want it to be high. You want them to be like 80%, 90%, right? I'll take that, right? That means that if my ARV is $100,000, they get appraised for $100,000, they're willing to pull 80 instead of 70. So, oh snap! A building collapsed in Baltimore. That's nothing to do. Anyway, okay. I hope that you said helpful. Thank you. No problem. That's what I do. So let's get to Brent, because I know he had a question. Let me see here. So yeah, that is the bird strategy. Brent, I think I sent you the invite. What's going on, bro?
Gang, how you doing, man?
Another day, bro. Yeah. What you got going on, man?
So I'm looking to make a pivot career-wise. My 9 to 5 is a recruiter, so I'm naturally all day, and I could either start a wholesale gig on the side or shift to what you did previously as like the acquisition specialist or acquisition manager.
Right.
So what's your thoughts on somebody doing that role when ultimately I could just jump out and do it myself? But I'm sure the skills that you were able to obtain was invaluable, and I'm sure that helped with some other variables that help with your acceleration. But it sounds like that was a good foundation that provided some leverage.
Yeah, so my story is a little unique, and for the folks that don't know, I was working with GE. I was working with GE, and I linked up with an investor, and I took this course. We got cool. His acquisition manager left. He asked me to join. I left my job, worked with him, literally doing all the acquisitions from front to back. He was a flipper, so it wasn't like I was looking for one property a month or so. Like, I'm looking for properties every single day. He was doing about 60 deals a year. So I'm just every day, going through all the marketing sources, fielding calls, talking on the phone, talking to sellers, negotiating with sellers, going and evaluating properties, negotiating deals at the dinner tables, getting contracts written up, talking with agents, talking to title companies. I'm literally doing everything from front to back. And so I did that for some time, and then I left and I started doing my own thing. So my experience is a little different. I got a unique opportunity to go and gain that confidence on somebody else's dime to learn this stuff. And the key was their dime. You know what I'm saying? Now for you, like your situation, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think the most important piece to this whole ordeal, or just even getting to this point where I can do what I'm doing now, is the acquisition piece. If you know acquisitions, it don't matter whether you flip it or wholesale. It's key for both sides. So as a wholesaler, you're not going to be a deadly wholesaler if you don't know the acquisition side. Same thing with flipping. So I equate it to being able to know how to fish. You got to know how to fish if you want to be able to get these home run deals and do your own stuff. Like right now, I am not doing so much acquisitions because I'm doing a bunch of other stuff where I am interacting with wholesalers. I am looking at deals on the market, because that front end side of actually taking the time to go fish, I ain't got time for it. But that is going to be key for you. So if you have a job, right? If you have a job that you want to transition out of, what I would recommend instead of going cold turkey, and even if yeah, instead of going cold turkey, set the plan. Look, 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever it is. Set that plan in motion, but spend the money now to set up your marketing,
Right.
right? Because what you need to learn is to be able to fish. And if you don't know how to fish, if you quit now cold turkey, it's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? And as an acquisitions guy, you can start a wholesaling business. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to go out and just immediately hire somebody to do that, right? It might be difficult to go find somebody that is looking for an acquisitions person. You know,
Right.
because if you're comfortable making whatever you're making now, as an acquisitions person, you know, you're basically making commissions and draw living off draw schedules and stuff like that till you procure enough deals in your pipeline to where you know that person is able to get like you're making money as an acquisition guy. So that transition is different. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah.
if you're used to a specific lifestyle or your lifestyle requires X amount of money. Um, so I would look at it either two ways, right? You can either stay with your job and give yourself a hard deadline. 6 months. I'm gonna give myself 6 to 10 months or 6 to 12 months. And in that 6 to 12 months, I'm going to implement X amount of dollars a month into my marketing.
Mhm.
And out of that X amount of dollars in my marketing, I need to do, you know, 5 to, if we're doing 6 months, I need to be able to do at least do 3 deals in 6 months. If
Mhm.
I'm doing a year, I need to be at least do six deals in 12 months. That's very manageable. That is very manageable when it comes to looking at starting a wholesaling business. If you say the main piece is that people have a problem, not have a problem with, but the main piece is the money. If you're able to dump, let's say, 500 minimum a month into your marketing, you'll get results. You'll get leads. You'll get leads, and you'll be able to get on the phone and do it. But the main thing is if you really don't like that job, right, or whatever the case may be, I've been in those positions. If you're really not happy with the situation, the only way that you're going to be able to transition out of that is if you're starting this wholesaling business that you are super committed. Because the good wholesalers are consistent. They do the same, like they literally, if they say they're going to make 100 phone calls a day, they're making 100 phone calls a day. If they say they're going to send out 1,000 pieces of mail every month, they're sending that 1,000 pieces of mail every month. You know what I'm saying? So if you're giving yourself that timeline and you say, all right, in order in 6 months, I need to have done 3 deals, or in 12 months, I need to have done 6 deals, you need to be hard pressed on making sure those deals get done. Because if you quit now or if you leave now, how confident are you that you're going to be able to go out and just set everything up and know what to do? You know what I'm saying? So that itself is a process as well, because setting up your marketing systems and stuff like that, it can either be easy and you go and set up some stuff on some of these platforms and you're out there sending the same letters to, you're out there sending the, do I have it? You're out here sending the same letters that everybody else is sending.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can go do that. You can spend a couple $100, or you gotta have time to test and figure out what's working in your market, what's not working. Maybe you're a bandit sign guy. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're a mail guy. Maybe you do like mail and cold calls. All this stuff you got to set up, man. And once you set it up, you're spending your own money to have it run. You need to measure the KPIs. Okay, what's working, what's not working? Do I need to tweak this, tweak that? And you don't want to be doing that with nothing, with no ass. You know what I'm saying? You need to have something else working, i.e., maybe the job in the meantime, so that while you're trying to figure this out and get comfortable doing it, you still got some stability. Now, when it's time to leave, you've already done a certain amount of deals. And I say 3 in 6 months because, That's manageable. You can do that, right? There's rookie people out here doing deals all the time. Even if you said 6 deals in 12 months, that's very manageable. You know what I'm saying? And if you said, okay, I hit these goals and I do this, well, guess what? When that 12 months hit and I was able to do 6 deals and probably do more, maybe 8 to 10 deals, you never know, right? I feel confident. I feel confident enough that I have the experience to go out and try to expand this and take this leave or transition out of this position and do this full time.
Like
But there's got to be a plan.
like when you pull your list and start making calls, what's your thought delegating that to a VA, the calls aspect, or is it something that you should do first to get comfortable with the process to know how to delegate it, kind of thing?
Yeah, and this question comes up a lot in different spaces. I recommend the only way I got good is the experience of talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to know you have to know you have to know how to get around the rejections.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because and the objections. I'm sorry. You have to know how to get around the objections and what to say, what not to say, how to tone. All the objections that sellers come up with. That's how you gain like real value, right? So, uh, I think in a week, it was either a week or 2 weeks. I think I rounded up like 7 deals. You know what I'm saying? Working for the other guy.
Wow.
And a lot of that was like just taking like phone call. Knowing by then I had already knew how to say this, say that, right? So when it comes to and I've had VAs, and there's VAs that didn't work out because I mismanaged them, and there's VAs that just didn't work because I didn't really put the proper training in place in order to show them. And this is somebody like me that is already used to the phones. You know what I'm saying? So imagine you not having any phone experience and then trying to show or trying to tell this VA how to do X, Y, Z that, doesn't have that much experience. Or you can run into a situation where I've run into it, where, they've already been pre-qualified, pre-trained. They know how to get on the phones. They've done it before, but you don't. And so then you hire them, and you know what I'm saying? And they running the show, they're running the phones, but you don't know what to look for. You don't know if they're proficient. You don't know if they're logging in the times they're supposed to be logging. You don't know if they're saying certain things to these leads that is not yielding any appointments. You know what I'm saying? It's those small little things. And if they're saying one thing and they should be saying another, and that directly translates to you guys not getting any, they're not even able to set appointments, or your appointments are low, then you're just not going to know, right? And they just doing whatever you thinking they're doing a good job, and they're really not. You know what I'm saying? That's much like when you hire a VA. VAs are expensive nowadays. You're paying $8 to $10 an hour, sometimes $12 an hour for a VA. So you don't want to be not knowing what to do or how to manage when somebody is making $12 an hour on you for either half a day or 8 hours. I've been there and done that.
Then they
You
burn
know,
it.
huh?
I said, and then they're burning up your list.
Burning up the list, burning up your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna take better care of your house than you will. Nobody's gonna take better care of your money than you will, right? And so if you are looking at it from a business perspective, damn right you want to get on the phones and learn how to do this stuff first. You know what I'm saying? Before you spend the time to spend the time to, get somebody else involved. The other thing is if it's time that you're looking at, well, maybe the phones aren't for you. Or maybe if the phones are for you, maybe you do make a conscious effort to call 20 people a day or 50 people a day or 100 people a day. Maybe you get on Mojo Dialer and buy the multi-dialer or the single dialer, and you make 100 calls or 200 calls or 300 calls, right? Whatever your threshold is, and maybe you say you got to do it for an hour or 2 hours or whatever the case may be in the mornings, at night. And then if phones just aren't for you, which I would highly recommend that they need to be, but maybe you say, okay, well, I'm also going to do mail, right? Let's just say I just want to do mail, right? And have inbound leads versus outbound leads. And you mail it, right? And you wait for somebody to call you. You know what I'm saying? And when they call you, they've called you to either say, screw off, stop mailing me, or hey, I'm interested. I have a house that I'm interested in selling. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, you get around the objections. Oh, you cold call somebody. Who is this? Oh, yeah, I'm interested in seeing if you want to buy your house. Oh, for what? Or how much? Right now, how much? You get through all that stuff. So you can, or you just say bandit. You can do bandit signs. Maybe you don't have the budget for mail. Mail is expensive, but mail still works. Maybe you say I want to do bandit signs. Okay, well, if you up for getting out on Friday evening at 10 o'clock and putting in bandit signs, for a couple hours, bandit signs work. People still put them out there. You see them all the time. Maybe that's your thing.
When you saying appointments, generally they set the appointment for a phone call, and then based on that phone call, you qualify them to go out and see the property, or not necessarily see it, but try to lock it up from there.
When I say appointments, you can set appointments in a like. Okay, so I had it to where my VA was just she would in the initial phone call, she got as much information and tried to set the appointment for me to go out there and look at the property.
Gotcha.
Right, that's your main goal. You want to, and there's two different ways of doing this, and you'll see it. There's two different type of ways, and wholesalers do this thing. There's my way, which I was taught. I was taught to go out there, see the property, see the person. I'm a personal person, so I can get out there. I'm better going and talking to you over the phone. I mean, talking to you in person and trying to get a deal done versus trying to do it over the phone.
Yeah.
There's, everybody wants to be lazy wholesaling now and try to lock up these leads over the phone. And there's ways to do that. There's ways to lock up the deal before you go out there and throw some contingencies in there. Wholesaling is, people do stuff on all different types of ways. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm telling you, you need to do it, do this while Uncle Sam's still paying you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do this kind of stuff while somebody's cutting that check on the back end, because you might realize you might not be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Or you might, or you just don't have the time to learn it. So I would say to set the goal, right? And then actively try to go get it. Actively put the money into the marketing so you can get the experience. You're not going to get any experience if you don't put money toward marketing each and every month, right? If you're going to do bandit signs, stick to bandit signs. If you're going to do mail, stick to mail. If you're going to do cold calling, stick to cold calling. All of this stuff, whatever it is you choose, whether it's one marketing source or two, and I advise you start off with one for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and get a feel for it, and then maybe incorporate a second. But whatever it is, the only way you're going to see results is if you are consistent.
Right.
You don't do it every single week, it ain't happening. It's just like bandit signs. Some people hate putting out bandit signs because it is cumbersome, right? Yeah. But if you're going to choose bandit signs, you need to be putting out bandit signs each and every week. It's just plain and simple. So yeah, at one point I had hired somebody to put out bandit signs for me. Bandit signs is not like hiring a VA. You do it a couple times to get the experience, you can hire that out. You know what I'm saying? And there's some apps that you can use to verify if somebody put the signs out and a route, but you want to go drive the route first. You know what I'm saying? And then do your thing.
So yeah, I got one last question, then I'll leave you with a gem, and I'm gonna get back to work. What was I about to say? The auctions that you go to. Where is that at?
So the auctions are on Washington Boulevard. It's called Southern Sales. Southern Sales. And what I would advise anybody that's in the Baltimore, D.C., Virginia area, because we get people from the auction brings people down from PA, Maryland, D.C., Virginia. What I would advise is right now they're still going through the whole COVID thing, and they have some restrictions on they just have capacity restrictions. And so what happens is nowadays, and that's not going to be like this forever, go on www.southernsales.com, go on their website and sign up for their mailing list. If you're not signed up for your mailing list, you will not be able to register for the next auction. So I'll give you guys a little tidbit. The auctions are on the first weekend of the month, right? So the first Saturday and first Sunday of each month, there is the auction. Nowadays, with the capacity restrictions, you can't just show up. You have to register. And when you register, it enables you to pick a time slot to show up. They have time slots per hour of how many people they are going to allow in the space. So between each hour, they have a capacity restriction. Maybe it's 50 people, maybe it's 30 people, 20 people, whatever the case may be. So if the auction is on the first weekend of each month, there is an email that's sent out. And that email, once you get it, you have to register. Now, considering that people love auctions, the time slots fill up very quickly. So the hours between 9 and 10 are the most sought out ones. They fill up the quickest because obviously people want to be the first in there. So the Monday of the week, the first weekend, that Monday. So if the auction is Saturday, Sunday, the Monday prior, they send out the registration link. They send it out at 6:00 p.m. So if you're smart, you're going to set that reminder in your phone, and you're going to be ready to receive the email at 5:55, because once that email gets sent out to everybody on the mailing list at 6:00, people click on those links and they register. So if they send it out at 6:00 and you go in there at 7:00, chances are you're not getting the time slot till 12:00. They have armed security there, so you're not going to be able to get in. And it's not the traditional auction like it was before. It's almost like a discounted store on Saturdays and Sundays, the indoor portion. So you're not finagling prices, but you're going in there and you're seeing stuff and you're getting it at the sticker price that they list. But the sticker price that they list is significantly lower than what you pay at a store. So it's still value. And in doing so, since it's like that for Saturday, Sunday, instead of an auction, you have to go get that material first. If somebody else gets it, and they got their sticker, their auction number gets put on it, that's it, right? So it's just like walking into a store and it's first come, first serve. That's why being there at 9:00, getting the 9:00 slot for the auction, the 9 to 10:00 slot for the auction is key. Because the things that people seek after the most at the auction is cabinets. If you don't know anything about renovating houses, or even upgrading your own house, cabinets are expensive. You're spending over $1,000 most times buying cabinets. So they have cabinets at the auction. People are first thing they're going to and running toward is cabinets, and they're trying to put together sets. If I get there before you, guess what? I'm taking my cabinets. So that's the whole key of getting there on time first. Registering as early as possible, because if they send it out at 6, chances are 7, 8 o'clock or the next day, you're not getting a time slot until maybe 1 o'clock or maybe on Sunday. By Sunday, everything's been picked over and you're only left with just stuff. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know you multifaceted, do a lot of different things. Kind of remind me like Cordell back in the day, to Slash, doing a little bit of investing, real estate, advising, et cetera, et cetera. So if you come across some people that are in need of credit repair, I've been doing trade lines for the
Okay.
low. Yeah,
Okay.
some for the low. So you need somebody right now we averaging a 70-point boost.
Okay.
And you know those trade lines are like a jump start on your battery. It's almost a cheat code. So
Yeah.
um, anybody, as that comes up, keep me in mind. And then
Yeah.
but yeah, another book I wanted to leave you with. I don't know if you heard of the Four Agreements. You tapped into that already?
I read it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I read it a long time ago.
that book, a game changer right there. So
Yeah, in fact, the cat I used to work with, the investor, he recommended, he's the one who had put us on that. And that was back in like 2017, 2018, maybe.
yeah,
Long time ago, but good book, man.
yeah, that one and The Way of the Superior Man. Both of those books right there just changed my whole paradigm. So
Yeah, it's probably what got you out here trying to dipset.
yeah, yeah. Information changes situation. So it already got me like, man, I'm learning too much for me to sit still.
Maybe
So
I should read more because I run into you know, yes, there's a lot of things you're gonna learn in the books, a lot, man. And I have not done a lot of reading. I've learned based off experience.
mm,
So yeah, the more you read, the better off you're gonna be when you jump off the porch. But
yeah,
there's still some things that it don't even matter what is in a book on the internet. You just ain't gonna find. You ain't
yeah,
gonna find it nowhere else but out here in these streets and in the field. So.
experience.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, man. Yeah. So I definitely wish you luck.
yeah.
You put it out there in the air, so we're gonna be checking in on that. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do it.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Ain't nothing, brother. Appreciate you popping in here, bro.
Later.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. So you guys see that was my man Brent tapping in with us, guys. You guys can do the same thing too, right? I'm Hold on. I got you guys on top of a furnace. Hold on. Snap. All right. So yeah, so you all right, yeah. So you guys can do the same thing too. Guys, don't feel you can ask questions and or you can pop in here and screen share with me and share your situation, ask questions via the live portion. Doesn't even matter, right? So that's what happens. Brent's been a long time a participant of the show. I want to say for a very long time, and it's not his first time hopping on. So make sure you guys can do the same thing. We got a couple new people in here that popped in here. I don't know if you're still here, but we're gonna shout you out anyway. Call me MY. Hello. Hydrogen, what's going on? Devin, what's good? Mommy Hood looks good. What's up, Pascal? Hello. The old hill underscore, what's up? M Haitian, Butter Bros. Stephanie, what's going on? President, what's going on? Butter Bros said, yes, sir. And Macintosh 9, what's good? Appreciate you guys for popping here. Dang it. I know what it is now. It's me. I keep hitting the furnace. So yes, if this is your first time here, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 60. I've been doing this for 60 weeks straight, bringing you guys nothing but straight value each and every week, every Thursday, 12 o'clock for the past 60 weeks. So you can come here, ask me anything, everything real estate related, and I'll do my best to answer it. I am not a guru. I'm not out here trying to sell y'all no course. I just know more than the average Joe, as I have an immense amount of experience, and this is how I share it. I share it for an hour worth my hour of my time each and every week. So don't be scared asking no questions. You can ask a question right there in the comment section below and or where the question mark is, and I will answer your question, shout you out, and hold you accountable if you tell us a goal. So Brent just told us a goal of his, so we're gonna make sure we tune in with him and make sure that we get into this goal of freedom and entrepreneurship, right? So the only thing I do ask of folks that do show up in here, since I am lending all this time, 60 weeks, that's 60 hours. I have given you guys 60 hours worth of content for the past 60 weeks, over a year. So if you go on my feed and type in real estate Q&A session and look at my feed on my IG series, it's 60 videos, all an hour long. So anyway, guys, the only thing I ask of you in return is to screenshot me, post it to your story, let folks know we're doing each and every week. That's it. I'm not asking you to pay for anything. I could very much make a lot of money. I could make a course or a book or whatever, but I'm not. Maybe later. Right now, I'm too busy, doing this stuff. I'm out in the field. I am out in the field, baby. I'm out in the field, and that's what a lot of people aren't doing. This guy right here, when I bought this house on Thursday, this was in the mail. One of the largest wholesalers. See, they're a wholesale company. He's a wholesaler. But he has this notably known company that likes they're a real estate company. They do a great job of marketing, but they're actually a wholesale company. And he sent this letter. And I'll read it to you guys. This is a very generic letter. It's a yellow postcard. And what I'm about to read to you guys is how you can get off-market off-market houses by creating letters like this. Now, I'm not saying you got to put your name on it. I mean your face on it, or your name, or your address. But listen to the verbiage. So on the front of the postcard it says Jesse Frazier. Jesse Frazier. You're looking for Jesse Frazier. At the front it says, Jesse Frazier, would you like to receive a fair cash offer on your home? And then it's got his name. I know who that is. Company, XYZ, address. That's it. Very simple, right? On the back of it, it says, Dear Jesse Frazier, my name is Craig blank, and I'm interested in buying your property at blah, 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 blah. I would like the opportunity to make you an obligation-free, all-cash offer. Bullet points. No repairs. We buy as is. No fees or commissions, just cash in your pocket. No hassle. I'm confident that we can offer you more than any other cash buyer. Call now at blah, 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 blah. Sincerely, Craig. And then he gives his website, but it's a splash page. And then he puts this Better Bureau signage on here. So this, and I'll tell you right now, these guys right here, they do a boatload of deals every year, a boatload. Now they have great marketing to go behind it. It's a recognizable name now, so people have no problem calling this guy. They're not wholesalers in the dark. They are a notable company. They actually have an office, and they have a fleet of trucks with their signage everywhere. So good job to these guys. But the verbiage on here was no different than what's on any other brand new investors marketing letters. This is very basic, generic. You can find, if you wanted to print off mail and create a basic template off of one of these websites, this is what they're going to tell you this is what they're going to give you. They're going to give you this template. You know what I'm saying? The difference is validity, right? From what I can see, how you validate yourself from other folks. People like this, like who I bought this on, me, not you, buddy, right? Not you. But anyway, the people that own these kind of homes, they get a bunch of these, and they're all the same colors, right? They all say the same thing. But what separates him from everybody else? He tried to validate himself. How did he do that? One, he put his picture on there, right? That's number one. He put his picture on there. His picture, he said, look, I don't want you thinking you're going to be dealing with some random guy or some random wholesaler that's going to screw you over. I am a reputable guy. Look at my picture. Look how ugly I am. Not ugly. I don't say that. We don't downplay anybody here. fact, I respect this man. He built a very great company. Anyway, the other thing he did was he stated his name as the owner and founder. Now, when you call this number, you're not talking to him. You're talking to an acquisitions manager. But anyway, validate. He validated himself and tried to make you feel more comfortable with a picture of himself in a suit and tie and a headshot. Great marketing, right? That's what this is. It's all marketing. And on the back, all this verbiage right here, that's hoopla, right? The other key thing he did was he also listed his website, the splash page, right? So if you want to just go online and look who this person is and see if they're a valid company, they have a website. And on the website, it's going to say the same thing. You can put in a pre-offer, or you want to get a consultation on whatever the case may be, right? So somebody can call you and tell you about it. You can do that all online right here. So that's another important thing he did. Last important thing he did, boom, Better Bureau signage right there. See that? That's key. You know why? Because a lot of wholesaling companies aren't real companies. A lot of people that wholesale don't have real companies. They just have an LLC with a name. That's it. That's it. This guy has an actual company. And he put this on here to tell you, hey, you're not dealing with some fly-by-night wholesaler that don't know what they're doing, or is not going to be able to sell your house, or whatever the case may be. You're dealing with a reputable company that is listed under the Better Bureau service, Better Bureau, Better Business Bureau, whatever. Adds validity. So when you see this, right? And I'm showing you guys this because, one, it was at my house. Now I got it, Craig, not you. But it was at my house, and I decided to show you. But one, because we just talked about mailing and putting in marketing, doing marketing. This is what you're going to be sending out, right? If you decide to do mail, this is what you're going to be sending out: yellow postcards, or yellow letters, or green letters, or whatever. And these owners, these absentee, off-market owners, they get 1,000 of these. They get hundreds of these. They get packets of these, right? All from different guys, all saying the same exact thing. When I sent out mail back in 2019, my first mail campaign, I didn't send out a standard letter. It had elements of this, but I wrote my own letters. I got 2 deals in 1 month off of one marketing campaign. One of them is a rental that I still own today. I think I spent like maybe $1,000. Spend $1,000 in return, you get a rental. Cash on cash. I mean, the return on that $1,000 is enormous. So when you're doing mail, if you can't be this guy and you can't add that, what you need to do is find some way to differentiate yourself from all the other yellow letters. Changing this up just ain't gonna cut it. Changing the color of this just ain't gonna cut it. Everybody's out there to be creative and to catch the attention of the seller. The seller's gonna have 10 of these in their hand right in front of them, and they're gonna look at the one that looks the most official. They're gonna pick the one that looks the most official. Are you gonna be the one that has the most official one? Because yes, you can go to Yellow Letters HQ, and yes, you can go to Yellow Mail House, or whatever the case, whatever the website is, and you can get a standard template and a standard letter and some standard verbiage, and it inputs just your information in there, so it's all standard, and you can send that stuff out. You can do that, but you're gonna look like everybody else. And are you gonna get results? I don't know, but I would like to say your chances are gonna dwindle drastically if you do that. All right. So I'm going to conclude because I need to eat. Now, what I am going to show you guys is the rest of the house as a treat. Oh, man. Okay. So, this house we bought Thursday. This house was completely trashed out. There's trash everywhere. Like, you couldn't even stand inside this house. So I think they started Sunday or Saturday, and since Sunday or since let's just say Sunday. So since Sunday, what are we? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days in. 4 days in, we've removed all the trash. Right? We've exposed all the brick. This is the second floor. Here's our bathroom on the second floor, brick. Here's one of our little bedrooms, brick. Okay. And here's our third bedroom, exposed brick. Right? In fact, I'll go ahead and do this so you guys can get a full picture of what's going on here. Yeah, this is gonna be hot. I might flip this. I might just sell it. Now, obviously, we got all this tan paint. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of the tan paint. Here's our bathroom. Learning lesson. I bought a house with one of these in there. I won't do that again. And I kept it. Guess what I'm not gonna do now? I'm not keeping this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna put a regular tub in here. But yeah. You also get to see this other bedroom we just left out of. All right. Let's go downstairs. Look how big this space is. Now this house is full of trash. Now you see we don't have any trash. When we removed all it, when we had all, now all this dust came from the demo, but when we had all that trash in here, you couldn't see the floor. You couldn't really see the condition of the actual house. And most people, most newbies, when they look at a house to purchase and they see a bunch of trash in there, they automatically think it needs $50,000 worth of work. Well, I've been doing this for some time now, and I can see past the trash. I can see straight past the trash, and all the trash is gone. Look at this house. And you tell me how much work this house really needs. Look at these floors. Now, disregard the door. I mean the dust. But the floors, they've already been polished. You can see the glare on it. Yeah. It just needs to be sanded again. So as a rental property, guess what I really need? Just guess what I need to do. Guess what I need to do if this is just going to be a rental property? I'm going to put some paint on the walls. I'm going to keep this floor the same. I might regloss and poly over it, right? Repaint the floor. Change out these light fixtures. I'm going to keep these cabinets in here. Watch this. Watch these cabinets. You couldn't even tell if the cabinets were good until you got in here. Look at these cabinets. Keep these cabinets. You know what I'm going to do? It's a rental. I'm going to paint these white. I'm going to remove these countertops. I'm going to put new brand new countertops in there. I'm going to paint these cabinets, put brand new knobs on there, change these out, or change that. Might change all this out, but yeah, I'm leaving this the same. Oh, for my floors? Guess what? Since I am saving, since I'm not going to cover up this hardwood, I'm just going to polish it. I have my floors in my kitchen. Guess what? I just saved probably, I'm not going to do carpet upstairs. I'm going to keep the original hardwood floors, and I'm not going to do vinyl flooring here on the first floor. I'm saving probably about $1,800. So guess what I'm doing in this kitchen? I'm just going to tile the kitchen, right? Now what I always do is I do my bathrooms. I redo the bathrooms, that's for sure. I redo the bathrooms. That's automatic. That's how you get value. Good value, right? So I redo I'm gonna redo the bathrooms. The basement. Oh, we cleared the basement out, right? Main thing I gotta do in this basement is remove that bad boy. That doesn't work, by the way. So before the seller sold the house, they put a brand new boiler in. Guess what? This boiler comes with a 10-year warranty, which just installed 2 years ago. So, who's looking good now? Just need to remove this. I'm gonna get this place all nice and dried up. Do a little waterproofing, tri-locking. There it is, right there. Right? Paint the top of this. Spray paint it black. Floors gray. Walls white. Boom. You got an ample amount of storage now. Right? Ample amount of storage. And what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna, with my electric, since it's a rental, I can just keep these lights where they are and just change them out. Or we talked about value because I'm gonna be saving money, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and throw some recess lights up in here. So 4 here, and 3 in the kitchen. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So if you ask me how much money this house is going to cost, not a lot. Not a lot. Now I do have a lot of overgrown crap out here, but that's just landscaping. That's all good. It's just landscaping. But on the flip side, I also have a brand new roof that came with a 10-year warranty, which was just replaced a year ago. Oh, by the way, I also have all new vinyl windows. Yeah, so this is going to be a great house, whether it's rented or whether it's sold. I know it is in a jungle, or it looks like it's in a jungle. I'll give you guys the front view, and then I got to go. Mobile home plug, you're late. You're late. Oh, snap. Let me show y'all. Oh, yeah, this is a work truck right here. This is real work. This is real man's work truck right here. But this is the house. Can you see it? No, you can't. This is the house. But I'm going to show you a couple things, guys. So y'all might see this house and be like, oh, snap, that looks like it's a lot. Look at that porch. You see that flashing? Perfectly cut and angled? Guess what? It doesn't sag. Let me go around here so you can get a better view. Now, I'm going to be making a point here, guys. Here, look at this. See that porch? Doesn't sag. The vinyl looks great. Good condition. And the flashing is perfectly cut. Look at that. Right? So now my porch is good. I don't have to worry about changing the roof on my porch. Look at these windows. They're also new vinyl windows. What the hell, Rashaad? What? You mean to tell me you don't have to replace the roof? You don't have to replace the windows? The floors are good? Oh, snap. Rashaad. What the heck? Oh, you got space for parking? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not kidding. I'm not. So, I say all this to say that good deals are not hard to find. I'll tell you, I'll make it really quick. Really quick. Y'all might hate me for this. I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about me. Maybe it's God, I don't know. But this house right here, I literally was out and about, and I said, let me check the MLS for a deal. That same day, probably within an hour after I hopped on the MLS, I found this house. I went to go see it that same day. I put an offer in that same day, and the offer was accepted that same day. Now, the odds of me going on, saying I wanted a deal, logging on to the MLS, finding that deal, having the offer submitted and accepted, and for it to be something like this, that's some lucky stuff right there. I ain't gonna say it's lucky, but my point is, shooters gonna shoot, right? Shooters gonna shoot. If you want something, go get it, right? These properties, they ain't gonna last long. They never last long on the market. You know what I'm saying? I was willing to pay more than anybody else because guess what? I saw the potential. I saw the money I was going to be saving. I don't have to replace my roof. I don't have to replace my windows. I don't have to replace my floors. The walls are great. I don't have to make any layout changes. I got a brand new boiler with a warranty. What about? So, yeah, point is, shooters gonna shoot. Y'all gotta shoot. If y'all don't shoot, if you ain't shooting from the hip, shooting from the shoulder, you ain't gonna get no deals out here. I just, my last house that I got under contract, I got another deal that I closed on in a couple more weeks. Guess what? Same situation. Hopped on the MLS, found a house that looked good, moved fast. I was at that house within an hour and had an offer in 30 minutes later after I looked at the house. Got accepted. So again, point is, shooters gonna shoot. You ain't shooting, you ain't knocking nothing down, right? I'll leave y'all with that. You guys want to get into this real estate game? You gotta be willing to take risks. Is this an area which I would normally buy? From the outside looking in, I probably say no. But once I bought the house, I've been out here for the past couple of days. This area's quiet, decent, close to Morgan State. Literally down the street from Morgan State is like a minute up the street. Shooters gonna shoot, guys. Make sure I remember that. So outside of that, I have to go. Thank you guys for popping in here. Only Gabe Mobile Home Plug. Yeah, you came in late. Y'all have a Perry. What's going on, bro? Mobile Home Plug said that's God for sure. Yep, God. Hey, won't he do it? Right? You got closed by Sammy Joe. What's going on, Sammy Joe? Appreciate you popping in here. And who is that? Maria Moore, 7. Hello. If this is your first time here, this is Real Estate Q&A session. This is week 60. I've been doing this for 60 weeks straight. Giving you guys an hour of my time from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock on every single Thursday. If you missed the show, I post them to my feed, and you can catch whatever you missed there. So you don't have to show up on time. I post every single episode on my feed. If you go in the IG series and look at Real Estate Q&A investing, you'll literally see 60 hours worth of content. Right, straight content. So, but yes, I would love to see you guys. Yeah, I'll be here next time. We have some regular folks that show up, that's been showing up, since day one, right? And I appreciate them. I love you. I love them. And guess what? I shout out everybody that comes up in here, and I interact with you guys. So this is not just a, me ram my mouth, ask anything, everything. If you want to hop on the live and split screen with me, you can do that. You ask me anything, right? And I'm very transparent. If you missed the beginning of the show, for all my people that's interested in the BRRRR strategy, I gave an example of what happened to me on my very first BRRRR strategy property and how it went completely bad. So I always said, and was smart of you guys, if you're going to enter into the real estate game, the best ways to learn, number one, is learn from the mistakes of others, and then number two, learn by losing money. I don't think you want to learn about losing money, but if you lose money, you gonna learn real quick, right? So if you want to learn how to get, if you want to learn a lesson in bird strategy, I would advise go take a look at this once I post it. Go look at the front of the video, and you can learn a lesson. So outside of that, Joe Pass 901, I see you. Marie Moore says I'll be there next time. Close by saying just say, hey, I'm back. Yes, I do see you. So yes, we got some new folks. Guys, ask me anything, everything real estate related. There's no bad question. I'm not a guru, just an average Joe. Screenshot me, post me to your story, let folks know what we're doing. I'm not asking you guys to pay anything. I'm not asking you guys to subscribe to anything. Maybe later, sometime. But I'm not asking you guys to pay for this information. Least thing you guys can do is screenshot me, post it to your story, let folks know what we're doing each and every week. That's how we get more people in here, more value. Outside of that, mobile home plug. No, sneaker feed. Come on now. Sneaker feed gonna pop in here literally right when I was about to close out. Y'all a trip. literally as I'm about to close out, sneaker feed pop in here. Where was y'all at today? All my loyal followers. Where y'all at? All y'all popping in late. You know what I'm saying? 1:30. Shoot, y'all know it started. Where? I was in my walkthrough. Oh yes. Sneaker feed had a walkthrough today. Yes. How was it? I give 30 seconds. How was your walkthrough? Let us know, because I ain't ate no lunch. I've been in here talking to y'all for an hour and a half. How was your walkthrough? Let us know how your walkthrough was. We want to know. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's another thing. For you first time folks in here, I got a little tribe, right? We all hold each other accountable. And anybody say they're doing something or has bought a house, we like to keep up with them. So Sneaker Fiend, coming since almost day one. Sneaker Fiend's been showing us since day one. And been showing up, listening, and finally got a house under contract. And I guess she was sitting there doing her walkthrough today. And so, yeah, we like to hold people accountable. So if you put it out there in the air of what you want to do, we're going to remember that and we're going to hold you accountable. Just like Mobile Home Plug out there in Arizona, supposed to be wholesaling mobile homes. Took a little break, and we've been on her ass since then. And I think last week we said she needed to be cold calling by this week. What did she say? Well, call us out there. Sorry, I was cold calling. I hope you was cold calling. I hope you was cold calling. I hope you got some leads. I hope you was talking to some leads too. You know what I'm saying? You can cold call, but how many times are you actually getting on the phone with folks? You know what I'm saying? That's what we like to see. Action. You come here and listen to me talk. You come listen to me talk. I gas bag it up, right? But it don't mean nothing if you don't go out there and do it with it. You know what I'm saying? Snake Tree says it was good. I just got to do the inspection, then that's it. Let us know the close date. When's the close date, Snake Tree? Mobile Home Place. I told you I was going to do the marketing. Congratulations, Sneaker. Yes. Congratulations, guys. If you don't know, Sneaker Feed has a house under contract and is going through the necessary steps in order to close. So I'm pretty sure after the inspection, there's probably going to be an appraisal mid-July. Yes. So Sneaker Feed closed on this house. We don't know. We're going to do something. I don't know. We're going to do a video share party. I don't know. We'll do something. You know what I'm saying? So mid-July, let's all cross our fingers with Sneaker Feed luck that the deal doesn't fall through. The lending goes the way it's supposed to, and these agents don't jack nothing up. So we can get to the closing table, baby. We want to get to the closing table. I want to see Sneaker Feed post a picture up with her closing documents and her folder and with the keys. That's what I want to see. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all see me do it. That's what I want to see from Sneaker Feed. As well as everybody else. Everybody should be buying houses. Everybody. Sammy Joe, yeah, you too. We ain't forgot about you. We sure ain't forgot about you. Mobile Home Floor says, yeah, I got something in the contract in Cleveland. You get over there. You got something in the contract? Speaking of that, so you need to be hopping on here. We need to get you back on here because I want to learn how to wholesale mobile homes. In fact, I would like to rehab mobile homes. Instead of me spending $20,000-$30,000 on a house rehab, I can spend 10 or 15 on a mobile home and flip a mobile home. I want to flip mobile homes. So get on your stuff. Because when I start asking you questions, when you come on here, you start asking questions, I'm being inquisitive. I need you to be on point, not just for me, but anybody else that wants to get into the mobile home space. So, yeah, we're putting that on you. So everybody says, congrats, mobile home plug. Congrats, Sneaker Feed. That's what we do here. We congratulate our people. And we hope that if you are new here, you can become one of our people. That's just what we do. Mobile Plug says, thank you, love. My fingers and prayers are up for all of us. Yes, we got this. We putting it in the air. We are claiming it. That's what they say. We are claiming it. Closed by Sammy. Sammy Joe says, I just put my 2-week notice in at my 9 to 5 with no backup besides real estate. I'm getting active immediately. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, man, y'all out here with it. Okay. Sammy Joe, congrats to you for making the decision to take that leap of faith, right? It's not easy. In fact, Brent earlier in here, if you guys don't know who Brent is Steady Clocking. That's his IG name. He pops in here all the time. We had a discussion earlier about leaving the job and setting expectations for when you decide to jump off the porch. So, Sammy Joe, you might want to go back and look at this episode once I post it to my feed after we get off here because, we had a great conversation about leaving jobs and starting, your real estate company or real estate wholesaling business, what's important, how to set goals, X, Y, Z. That'll be great for you. Congrats to you, by the way. I remember when I left my job, it was stressful. It was stressful. But here's the thing. When you commit and you leave, and you put all your eggs in this basket, you ain't got no choice but to succeed. Right? Ain't no going back. Well, I mean you can go back, but hey, it's a different kind of hustle. You know what I'm saying? When you know that you have to eat. You have to kill and you have to eat. How can you kill and eat? You have to equip yourself with weapons, right? How did I equip myself with weapons? I went and I got experience learning how to be an acquisitions manager, right? I went and got my license to be a real estate agent. I went and got my license to be a contractor. You know what I'm saying? Those 3 things are important and enable me to kill and eat out here in this world. So if you can't do any of that stuff and you're just out here, hey, get on the game, get on the ball, because you're going to have multiple ways that you can make money. And not only make money, also diversify how you negotiate with leads. Now I have a whole separate stream of income with my contracting. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Literally crazy. I make money doing jobs. I have a tile job going on right now that I'm making a decent amount of money on. I've renovated bathrooms before for people. I've done roofs for people. I've done a bunch of different things. And guess what? I am not the one swinging the hammer. You know what I'm saying? As a real estate agent, you get that under your belt. Guess what? You now have access to the MLS, right? That is real-time data. That's what makes you deadly, as opposed to other investors who have to rely on Zillow or Redfin or whatever they're using. I don't care what they use. I got the MLS, right? If somebody wants to sell their house, boom, that's money for me. I can do that. If somebody wants to buy a house, you can decide to go do that for somebody, right? You can make money doing it. Now you can be a property manager, right? You can manage property. That's more income for you. You know what I'm saying? So find ways to diversify how you eat out here in this world. If you're just starting out, you know what I'm saying? Go become an appraiser. Get your appraisal certification, right? Become a property inspector. All these things tie into you they tie into how you can become a better investor when it comes to selecting your own properties and being able to process information effectively, efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Guess what appraisers do? They evaluate the value of a property. You can do this. What makes you think that's not going to be good for you when you're trying to evaluate whether an investment property is going to be a good property? Inspectors. Guess what inspectors do? They go inside and they inspect the house and make sure XYZ isn't jacked up. Well, if you never walked through a house and you're trying to buy an investment property that's as is, what makes you think that you're going to catch everything that is wrong with the property if you've never done that, or if you haven't had a lot of time repetitiously going through and evaluating, okay, this, this, and this, and this. You become an inspector, guess what? It correlates. It's going to help you. So I know I just went on a tangent. Y'all out here having a whole conversation. I just went on a tangent. Sammy J says, I am stressed. Thank you, everyone. Mobile Plug says, shout out to Shah for hosting a positive space where we can learn and celebrate one another. Yes, this is what this is about. I go from 12 to 1. So the fact that y'all got this energy, it is almost 2 o'clock, and I am perfectly fine with it because this is why I do it. I don't have to have 100 people in here. I just need a couple folks that's down to get it in times 10, and aren't trying to make $10,000 mistakes. And obviously, you don't want to hear me ramble, but this is for y'all. This is where y'all come in and chat and ask anything, because in y'all own respected spaces, you either don't know anybody, right, that's doing this, and two, if you do know somebody, they're probably charging you. They're probably going to charge you a lot of money to get this information and to ask questions at this rate and just be able to ask freely. So that is why I do this, right? Because I remember I paid for a course. I also, don't get it twisted. If you look at my knowledge on a scale of 0 to 100, that course probably helped me with my experiences. That course probably covered 25%. The other 75% all came from experience, like actually out here losing money, screwing up. It is difficult out here in these streets, guys. And I was just having a conversation with my peoples about this last night. Building a real estate empire. If you look at my story, I posted a tweet. Building a real estate empire is not something that's going to happen overnight. It is tough. I don't even tell you guys how I run into fucking roadblocks every single day, and I always think for my counterparts that don't look like me. I know everybody does not go through these same hurdles, and you know what I'm saying, roadblocks that don't look like. I know it. I know for a fact. Every single thing that I do on a daily basis is a process, right? And nothing comes easy, nothing, right? Even the smallest stuff. I take L's every single damn day. That is a fact. Ask me how many L's I took since I woke up this morning. That's real. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna do this business, understand that shit ain't gonna be easy, and that everything that's worth having is not gonna be easily obtained. And the only people that make it really in this business are the folks that can stick through the bullshit and keep it moving. Everything is demoralizing, you know what I'm saying? Just the issues you run into. But if you can look past that and just keep going, I promise you, you will be okay. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be better off than me. What's going on, Myron? You good? Yeah, that's my man right there. But know that if you are a minority, if you are black or brown, right, it ain't gonna be easy for you. It's not. I'm trying to tell you, it's not. It's not gonna be easy for you. So learn from me. If I'm telling you guys, don't do this or evaluate, like I'm trying to save you the headache. Don't come in here thinking that just because you buy a house that you're gonna make money and you set. That ain't how it's gonna go. It's not, right? That's not how it's gonna go. The reason I'm telling you guys to become inspectors and appraisers is because you can change, uh, you can change the control and the power in your own neighborhoods. I deal with, I've dealt with 3 bad appraisals in the past, like 3 in a row. And I know they're bad because I'm also an agent. I know how to evaluate my own deals. If you go look at an episode 2 or 3 weeks ago, I received a bad appraisal. My value is right here, and the appraiser gave me a value way down there. It's happened 3 times in a row. The only thing I can contribute that to is the color of my skin, the way I look, right? I have dreads. I ain't cutting them off. I'm doing this without changing my appearance, right? You don't have to be, in my opinion, you don't have to look like anything to buy no houses and renovate them and be an investor. Y'all gonna take what y'all get. But the point is that I wouldn't. There's a lot of black and brown people that receive bad appraisals or inspections every single day in America, and they don't have the resources that I have or that most agents have to be able to combat those low appraisals or bad inspections. You know what I'm saying? And the education is key. How do we fight? I'm able to dispute an appraisal because I have the tools, wherewithal, and knowledge to be able to do so. But to your normal mom and pops down the street or whatever, your own people, they might not have those resources or access or wherewithal to be able to do so and be able to adequately fight an appraisal. That's the problem in America. The real issue is there's not enough of us as representation to be able to go out there and be our own appraisers and be our own property inspectors and real estate agents. There's a lot of black people that's agents, but more importantly, these two, we need more representation in that area, right? And we won't run into these issues. But also, if you're planning on being an investor, those 2 things can help you as you matriculate into your own investment journey. You know what I'm saying? And you could also create businesses, side hustles. You know what I'm saying? Being an appraiser or a property inspector. If it's a side hustle, and you say, all right, appraisal wise, you get 400 a pop a house. You do 3-4 houses. You do 3-4 houses. You do 3-4 houses in a week. What is that? 12 to 1800, 60. I don't do math on here. You guys know how I am. But the point is that there needs to be more black and brown representation on the inspection side and on the appraisal side, right? That's just how I feel. And also, you guys get your license. There's a bunch of different things you guys can do in this real estate space. You don't have to do just one thing, right? But understand that if you plan on investing in properties and scaling and doing more, it ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna get crap from your lenders. You're gonna get crap from contractors. You're gonna get crap from your friends, so-called friends. You're gonna get crap from just all over the place. Tenants, property managers, the list goes on, right? So that is my piece. I know I rambled, but y'all got me all up in here, happy that y'all just in here. Y'all just in here with it. And I said I was gonna get off at 1 o'clock because I got shit to do. But guess what? I'm still on here. I'm still on here. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here and rapping with me, starting dialogue. You know what I'm saying? We said, ain't no options. Sammy just says, ain't no options to go back, period. Yeah, it's damn right. Look, once you go back, and once you jump off the porch, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Sneak said, I'm going to go after my inspection license. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear. Mobile Plus says, that's a good idea. Sneak Fiend, there's a chick on Instagram that offers a program that teaches people how to become a home inspector. Little old me, don't listen to what I say. You don't gotta listen to what I say. You don't have to. I'm just trying to help y'all out. Steve V says if you could DM me her info, that'd be great. Yes, please. Mobile Unplug, do that for her. Maria Moore says facts. Kid next door, what's going on, brother? Mobile Unplug says facts. You damn sure don't. CD Maria Moore. I don't know what CD means. Brent says you can't choose your appraiser, can you? And no, you can't. You actually cannot choose your appraiser. Oh, snap. Hold on, guys. Okay. Still here stating facts. Yes. No, you cannot choose you can't choose your own appraiser. And one of my guys here in Baltimore, he be out here in the field. In fact, Nesty Wisely, shout out to Nesty Wisely, my boy, is going to, I think his wife is going to go get her appraiser's license, right? And I asked a question about, okay, well, if you have your appraiser license, can you just get your own appraisers? Probably not going to work like that. But if you guys have a lender, if you get your appraiser's license and you start an LLC, you now have a company. Mortgage companies, mortgage lenders, they don't have their own in-house appraisers. Some do. So they outsource their appraisals to appraisal companies. So if you have a lender that you work with and they have appraisers who they outsource their appraisals to, why can't they outsource their appraisals to your company? If you're bringing them deals, why can't they outsource their appraisals to your company? What if one of your houses ends up needing an appraisal? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Because when you are an appraiser, you can either act as an individual working for a company, or you can be a boss and have your own company. Yes. So yes, that is I will say that the idea of becoming an appraiser and getting your homes appraised by your own company, that is a stretch. Is it possible? Yes. Right? That all will be dependent on the relationship you have with your lender. Right? And so I'll leave it at that. But being able to change and have representation and change the dynamics of how Black and brown people get these appraisers, get these appraisals, these low appraisals. You guys have all heard the famous story on Google. Black couple went in, had their house under appraised for $100,000. They brought their white counterpart friend to be there at the second appraisal, and it went drastically up. They changed the pictures around the house to white people. Y'all know that story. That happens every day, right? And so my point is, go out there and change the narrative. At some point, you damn right, I want to get my appraisal license too, right? Just like my contractor's license, just like my real estate license, you will have to put some money in. It's not going to be a lot, it's a couple $100. You will have to study for a test. Okay, got to put in 60 hours. Okay, what else are you doing? If I told you could spend 60 hours and a couple $100, pass a test, and now you have another stream of income that if you wanted to do high volume or low volume and make anywhere between $400 to $1,600 to $1,800 a week, are y'all really out here trying to make money? Shit. Are y'all out here trying to make money or not? So why not make money and then learn and then better equip yourself to be able to invest in your own properties and make better, smarter decisions? Because as an appraiser, you have to comp properties and you have to evaluate value. What are you doing as an investor when you're buying a house? You're doing the same thing, but you don't have the training to do so, and you might end up with a bad deal. Happened with me, my first deal. You know what I'm saying? So get the training on how to, they're just investor hacks to me. If you become an appraiser, you know how to evaluate houses. You know how to evaluate deals. If you become a property inspector, you know how to evaluate construction. Not construction, but you know how to evaluate property conditions. A lot of y'all, I'll walk through a property right now and y'all be like, oh man, this thing needs $60,000 worth of work. Oh, we got a view request. This thing needs $60,000 worth of work. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it don't even. Did you try to?
Come on, thing. Wait, hold up. Hit the shop. I was saying, hey, it's Kanisha. Checking in. We're trying to be in your business, okay? We're trying to start LLCs, A, B, C, D, E, F, Gs. You remember me from back in the way back, right?
Yes, I do. From AIA. Guys, that's another resource. AIA.
Hey, so I'm gonna just mind my business while I pull up my website. What were you saying, sir?
AI. So, like I was saying, guys. What
You the plug.
does that say? Hey.
Hey.
Architectural designer. Yes.
Okay. Money. I'm listening. My friend doing my hair, so go ahead.
It's all good. So, like I was saying, find ways to diversify how you bring in bread if real estate is going to be the industry that you partake in, right? I have made my mission to add multiple different weapons, whether that's contractor's license, real estate license, acquisitions, all of that stuff. There you go, right here. You get.
You're so funny. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm blessed. Blessed to see your face.
AI, no. Where's this license at though? See, now you done hopped over here, and now it's on you. Where the spotlight is on you. Where is this license?
I started an LLC, right?
I don't care about that. How many hours until you take that test to get your license?
How many hours you want to know? Let me see.
How many hours have you logged in at your firm?
Enough.
Okay, when are we taking the test? Because I don't see licensed contractor nowhere.
So I take my first test September 30th of this year. Woo! Woo!
And guys, this is her first time on here, so she don't know that we hold people accountable. So go ahead, keep going.
I don't. Who, me?
Yeah, keep going.
So, as an architect, you have to do your IDP, right?
Yes.
Gain your experience. The best thing about this is if you go online to NCARB, they're going through a phase where the people that proctor the test, right? PSI is the new thing. Gotta bear with, because I'm already past that. So if you go to a tool, it'll tell you what you need to do, right, to get to where you want to be, Mr. Sir.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how many more hours you got left.
0. Oh, sorry. So in the state of Maryland, right? Past that. The duration is over for this state when you get to this point, right?
Okay, so when are you becoming a licensed architect?
6 years, because that was a secret.
Oh, that was a secret. When are you becoming a licensed architect? That's what we want to know.
Give me 5 years, right?
5 years? God damn.
It's too long. You pressing my luck. Anyway, you can take the test online now. Between us and everyone, the licensing exams are proctored online starting the fall of this year.
Do we have any architects in the building?
I don't know.
Well, hold on, guys.
Y'all in my business.
So, this is another stream of income. You can become an architectural designer, where, of course, we would like you to have some type of architectural background and or experience. But yes, you can learn CAD. You can learn how to do CAD and create as-is drawings, and you can create floor plans for investors like myself. So that is another stream of income. that is another company that you can actually go out there and use. Now, hold on. What is this? What is all this?
What's what?
Why is the screen doing all that? Oh,
I'm trying to be quiet. I'm getting my hair done.
oh, okay. Yeah. But anyway, mobile home flux is.
That's me.
Who did your website?
This is not my website. This is InCard. Continue.
About to say. Anyway, guys, I don't even know. I ain't got me all off topic. But yeah, outside of that, it is jumping in on 2 o'clock. I haven't been on here for 2 hours. I have been on here for 2 hours. So, what I am going to leave you guys with today is if this is your first time on the show, screenshot, post it to your story, let folks know we're doing. Tag me, of course. And let folks know where we're going. This is how we bring in more people. This is how we bring in more value. So when somebody else comes in and asks a question that you didn't think to ask, you in turn get more value, right? Because I'm gonna answer it, right? Disclaimer: I am not a guru. I just know more than the average Joe. Yeah, we're on week 60 weeks of doing this each and every Thursday for the last 60 weeks, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. I am here each and every week, and if I don't show up at 12 o'clock, then I might be a little late, and if I decide to push it back, then I will let you guys know. But you can count on the show being on a Thursday. So outside of that, guys, I appreciate you for showing up, showing out. I have things to do, and I've been ignoring a bunch of phone calls. So appreciate the love, the support, all that. Today was a great week. Today was a great episode. I appreciate y'all came in here with that energy, and I love it. Y'all had great conversations. And Sneaky Fiend, I ain't forget about you. Boho Plug, I ain't forget about you. Brent, I ain't forget about you. Sammy Joe, I ain't forget about you. It was Maria Moore. I ain't forget about you either. Y'all ain't slick. But I love it because when y'all come in here with that energy and y'all tell us what you want to do, we're going to make sure that the tribe gets us there, all right? So outside of that, peace, love, happiness. I got a business or 2 businesses to go run. I will see y'all later. If you missed the first half of this show, which I'd highly go recommend viewing, check my feed out in the next 5 minutes. I got something that is, I got some great information on the first half of the show. So outside of that, peace, love, happiness. See y'all later next week.